6. There are 254 days left in the year. Good morning, MD, guiding you through In the Know at K105 on Litchfield's Country Station 1039 The Moose. Live online at K105.com via the Apple and Android smartphone. Is In the Know. Coming up today, we'll update you on news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. Also, a couple of celebrations today. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Paige. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Lonely here in the studio. Happy anniversary to you.
Happy anniversary.
14 years of marriage
Mm-hmm.
today. And just last week celebrated 17 years ago that we met. But
Yes.
we kind of gave up our, I guess we kind of gave up our anniversary in lieu of a birthday about 8 years ago.
We did. Yes, we did.
You and Mama Carla and Alea went on Alea's field trip yesterday. It was her last day as a 9-year-old.
Hmm.
And boy, I had some bad information yesterday.
Well,
Um,
yes, you did.
did you also have bad information?
Yes. So Carla and I were going, and we did not take the interstate. So we're back roading it and get a message that she is headed to Lost River Cave. And Carla and I were both, she said, surely both of us didn't get it wrong. And I'm like, well, I don't think so. So I'd taken a photo of the field trip permission slip, and it's not Lost River Cave. So Carla and I were headed in the right direction. So were the buses, but in Alea's mind, she was going somewhere else.
I had asked her earlier in the week, or asked her over the weekend. I said, "Where is your field trip?" And she said Lost River Cave. So I just took her at her word, and I told everybody on the show yesterday that the fourth graders at Clarkson were headed to Lost River Cave, and they were not. But there was a
No.
cave involved.
There was, and that's actually one of the pieces of the field trip I didn't get to do. Well, so we had went and had lunch at the picnic tables, and they were kind of on a time constraint getting to the cave. So I said, "Well, I'll stay back and I'll clean up." And so I've never done the cave there, and all the times that I've been there. So Carla took Alea and a couple of the other girls to meet up with the class, and they did the cave. I've seen the photography and the videos of it, and I'm a little bit sad that I missed out on that. So,
Yeah, it did look like fun. So
hmm,
good day had by all
yes,
yesterday, right?
yes, we
And
had
th-
a really good day.
and then I guess lastly, what we haven't mentioned is you're on Grana duty this morning.
I I am on Granite duty. Yes, yes,
You stayed with Josie
I
last evening,
did.
and
Yes.
and then I don't think we've had an opportunity to officially announce that I know it's widely known, but we're going to be grandparents again in August. But more recently,
Yes.
we have known that another granddaughter is on the way.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Brady is getting a baby sister come
Yes. So
August.
excited.
So we are multiplying in our
We really are.
so very good. He is a 5-time winner of the coveted Ohio Newshawk Award. He's the 2-time Silver Sound nominee, covering every corner of the globe: London, Budapest, Rio, Tokyo, and even Litchfield. He's Sam Gormley and the sports. Morning, Sam.
Morning, Ralph.
How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing all right. At least you and I got to have a really nice conversation yesterday about Lost River Cave, even though no one we knew was going
And I'd never been there either, so I guess it fits in.
there. Well, and Alea still hasn't been there, and you haven't been there, so you all have that you have that in common. Sam, you made a wise choice when you chose the color of your car.
Okay.
Science says that they know something about you because you chose the color blue. It is regarded as the world's favorite color because it's linked to positive experiences, but also people who love blue, especially in their car, are often intelligent, introspective, calm, and dependable. I mean, that's the description of you, if there ever was one.
I guess so. I don't know. It's tough for me to say from this aspect.
So you have to buy a blue car. Every car you have going forward has to be
Well, I
blue.
hope I don't have to buy a new cart for a while.
That'd be nice. It would be nice if you don't have to. A terrific Tuesday weather to be expected. We'll see mostly sunny with highs in the 70s for today. Isolated rain chances for your Wednesday, but mainly off north of us. For the longer term, rain returning late on Friday into Saturday and may impact Kentucky Derby Festival events, may impact some events that we might have going on here locally. In fact, we'll be talking about one of those coming up a little bit later on in the show today. We'll be talking about something going on Friday that you need to be aware of. Mostly sunny, a high of 79. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 58, and partly cloudy, some isolated storms for tomorrow, a high of 81 is what you should be on the lookout for. We are, there's so much confusion going on in Iran. You get mixed messages out of the White House on the way things are going and whether they're having talks, whether they're not having talks, whether Iran has agreed to this or Iran has not agreed to this. So it has been rough for the last. Well, we're in week number 7 now of what's happening in Iran, and the ceasefire is supposed to expire tomorrow. That was the plan, nonetheless. So we will see what happens when we reach that deadline for tomorrow. Is what we'll be looking forward to. Headlines closer to home here. Local law enforcement has raided a tobacco and vape shop in Litchfield. Members of the Litchfield Police Department, Grayson County Sheriff's Office, and Greater Hardin County Narcotics Task Force raided Cloud9 Tobacco and Vape on Elizabethtown Road last evening about 6 o'clock. No other information is available at the time that we publish the story, but expect to hear from the Litchfield PD for additional information on the raid, and hopefully have that information for you sometime later today. Don't know any of the particulars on that, but I mean, we have talked about this Kratom and Delta Aid and all these things that are just skirting the lines of legality to begin with. And then you get a business like this, it's in their name. Their intention is to have products that get you high, right? High as a cloud. That's why it's there. So be interesting to see what led LPD to make that raid and what products were found and what any potential charges may be made. The Ohio County Sheriff's Office has released additional information after a body was found between Beaver Dam and Litchfield. The body of a male was located on US 62 last week, a week ago today, at about 1:40 in a field near Horse Branch. Now, the Ohio County Sheriff's Office did identify that individual, and they said that due to false rumors circulating regarding the case, they said normally they do not post on individuals or release information on people that have taken their own life, but out of respect for the family and the individual, due to false rumors that were running wild across social media that included mutilation, dismemberment, just a whole bunch of things that were just completely not true. The Ohio County Sheriff's Office felt like they had to be proactive in clearing up any information on that. And it's a person from Goshen, Indiana. So there's not even any reason in really sharing the name with you or those particulars. But we did tell you that the body had been found a week ago, and more information on that. The Kentucky Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman has announced she is running for governor. The announcement came yesterday via her campaign website. She's a 43-year-old. She is originally from Danville, but she has been the lieutenant governor in the Beshear administration since December of 2019. He's term limited, can't run for another term as governor, so she is the first Democrat to announce her run. But you have some others considered. Maybe Rocky Adkins might get into the Democratic race. So she's been an educator and a coach for a long time, and so she'll be looking to continue her life in politics. The only GOP candidate is Commonwealth's attorney Rick Harton so far. Now, I think that Rick will get some company, and I will be shocked if Jamie Comer doesn't run. I think many people will be shocked if Jamie Comer doesn't run for governor again, but you could have Damon Thayer, who is a former leader. You could have Secretary of State Michael Adams getting into that race as well. So that will be, what are the dates? I think it's May 18th of 2027 is the primary. And then the general election, November 2nd of 2022, is when we'll be voting for our next governor. Lexington man has been arrested and is now facing federal charges for allegedly threatening to assault and murder President Trump and law enforcement officers in online posts and social media. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Kentucky says a federal criminal complaint was unsealed at a U.S. District Court in Lexington, and it charged 23-year-old Cadrion Serenity Santiago with interstate threatening communication. According to a complaint made on April 1st, the FBI received information that he, under the name Cotty Skating, had been posting a series of politically violent threats and statements on Instagram between January and March of this year. It was very graphic, and he said himself, "I'm filled with political violence. In today's culture and climate that we live in, all these threats have to be taken seriously because you've got so many bad actors and potentially bad actors." Another threatening situation going on. A.G. Druss Coleman has announced that action by his office led to the indictment of an Eastern Kentucky man who threatened a judge in court and a postmaster last August. A Floyd County grand jury indicted 44-year-old Jonathan Howell on one count of retaliating against a participant in a legal process and with being a persistent felony offender, first degree, which could get him another 10 to 20 years as well on top of his other punishment. The Grayson County Cougar tennis squad, I believe, is having senior day today when they will be hosting the Bowling Green Purples out at the Cougar courts. Cougar tennis team is going to recognize Emma Walker with a senior salute this afternoon. Prior to the match with Bowling Green, her name has been associated with Cougar tennis for about as long as I can remember, since back in her middle school days. She's had an outstanding career on the Cougar courts, hasn't she, Sam?
Yeah, she's a great career. I mean, and I believe she's also a runner too for cross country.
Yeah, I think that's right. Senior day activities begin at 4 o'clock today. Purple's match with the Cougars gets underway at 5. The Cougar baseball team got a big win. They were able to shut out the Edmonson County Wildcats yesterday. Well, how was the action at Don Lee Field?
Exciting. 9-0 Cougs. They won. Gage Napier threw a complete game shutout, struck out 9. It was a pitcher's duel for the first 4 or 5 innings, and then in the 6th, the Cougar offense woke up and knocked in, I think it was 6 runs in the 6th to just blow it wide open and pick up a win, and then they'll head down to Edmonton later on this week, or as in later on today, rather.
Later on today, they'll play at Brownsville, and then do we know anything about softball action this week?
They are at John Hardin today. I will say that I think we mentioned on the show today. I don't know if it was on the show or us talking. It all runs together. We're going to be with softball on Thursday. We were going to be with them on Friday, but that game has been moved back later in the season against Whitesville Trinity, so they will not play unless maybe a game will be filled in on Friday. But so as of right now, our next broadcast will be Thursday for this week. We will not have a broadcast on Friday because there's nothing to broadcast.
Lady Cougars will be hosting who on Thursday?
Edmonton
County.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Edmonton.
All right, we've got a lot of Wildcats and Cougar action this week.
Yeah, it is. I like when they do this. Yes, it is Edmonton on Thursday.
Very good. And the Reds have won 4 in a row. They defeated the Rays yesterday 6-1. They play again today down at Tampa Bay. We got to get to a break. When we come back, we will talk with Adam Taylor about the Wilkie Elementary School's Spring Fling coming up on Friday. We'll give you all the details coming up. You're on In the Know.
At Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield, Dr. Priyank Chauhan provides compassionate care for adults and seniors. Board certified in internal and geriatric medicine, he's dedicated to managing chronic conditions, preserving independence, and enhancing the quality of life. Proudly serving Grayson County because your health matters. Schedule today. Call Owensboro Health Family Medicine in Litchfield at 270-259-8888.
If you're like most small business owners, you likely thought that managing finances would never end. Well, relief is here, and Buckles, Travis & Hart awaits you. Streamline your operations with our expert payroll processing, tax liability management, unemployment reporting, and financial reporting services. Stay lean. Stay focused. It's all here with Buckles, Travis & Hart. Transform your business today at GraysonCPAs.com. Call 259-5604. your built-in business manager.
Heard the story of your tattoo? That late night dare with friends seemed brilliant, right? But now, it's not so funny during board meetings or at church.
Time to erase that past with Pure Aesthetics and Wellness. Our Q-Switch treatment wipes away embarrassing ink in just 6 to 12 sessions. Say goodbye to regrets and hello to fresh skin. Visit us on West White Oak, Litchfield, or find us on Facebook to make an appointment.
The regret-free zone starts here.
Looking for a place to connect and make a difference? At the Moose Lodge, you'll be stepping into a place where children find hope and seniors find care. Experience the fun of gaming and drinks while socializing with other members in our licensed lounge. We are inviting qualified guests to visit and consider membership. Be part of something meaningful. The Grayson County Moose Lodge is at 289 Alex Drive in Falls of Rough, where community meets connection. Stop by or follow us on Facebook for more information.
By day, we're teachers,
nurses,
engineers,
managers.
We come from different backgrounds with different skills and busy lives.
But when a child needs someone in their corner, we show up the same way.
Because while we serve many roles, we share one mission.
To be the voice for the voiceless and build hope for children across our region.
That's the role of a CASA volunteer.
Right now, there's a child in your community who needs someone in their corner. We're looking for people like you to step up and be their voice. You don't need a legal background or a background in social services to be a CASA volunteer. You just need the willingness to show up for a child. You can learn more about how to become a CASA volunteer at casaheartland.org/volunteer.
As more consumers rely on artificial intelligence for online shopping, a new report says that websites aren't ready for the rapidly changing technology. Rory O'Neill explains.
AI traffic to the websites of U.S.-based retailers is up year over year by 269%, according to a new report by Adobe. The company says 39% of shoppers now report using AI in some way to help them make a purchase. Adobe says even with the surge in AI traffic, more than a quarter of websites have not been optimized for artificial intelligence that can connect retailers with potential customers.
Anthropic rolling out its new AI model, Claude Opus 4.7. The company says it's a major step up, but it's not as powerful as Claude Mythos preview. That's by design, as Mythos is reportedly so powerful that it might pose a security threat. And OpenAI is trying to top Anthropic in the effort to dominate AI coding. OpenAI is revamping Codex as it tries to match the popularity of Claude Code. Tech Report, I'm Mark Mayfield. Today is Chocolate-Covered Cashews Day. It is Bulldogs Are Beautiful Day. It is Kindergarten Day. And those are two things, Bulldogs and kindergarten, that H.W. Wilkie Elementary School has. And Adam Taylor joins us this morning to talk about the upcoming Spring Fling. Good morning, Adam. Welcome back.
Good morning, Mark. Thanks for having us.
Hey, I need to, before we talk about Wilkie stuff, I got to ask you a professional question just quickly. It's funny, this time last year when we spoke, we had historic flooding and we didn't have a place to put all the water. And this year we can't get any water to fill up the lake.
Yes, sir, man. Mother Nature, she sure makes up her own mind from year to year. But yes, the lake's still pretty low. We just haven't seen the rain.
Yeah, maybe it will come eventually. I know you got your dad hat on today, I suppose. How many students do you have at Wilkie?
Now, there's about 450, give or take.
450 or so.
Wilkie Elementary.
And they are all looking forward to their Spring Fling coming up this weekend. Before we talk about the specifics of that on Friday, what are some of the initiatives that, I guess this is a PTA event or a parent-teacher association, if you will. What are some of the initiatives that group works on throughout the year?
So it is a PTO fundraiser. The PTO helps to fund a lot of the things, anything that we can do to help the school. We'll help to fund field trips. We help to provide things for the kids around Christmas time. We help to pay for transportation. We help to pay for pretty much anything that we can help the school with. Wherever they need help, that's where that money goes. We like to put that money back toward the kids, and that's one of the big deals with the Spring Fling is we're able to give those kids the option to partake in some of those things. But a lot of the money the PTO raises for Wilkie goes straight back to the kids. That's what it's for. And that's our goal, is to help those kids thrive and give them the best opportunity we can to make that happen.
So the spring fling coming up on Friday, I believe it's, I know it starts at 5, but running about 4 hours or so?
Yes, sir. So the outside fun games, inflatables, all the outside games last from 5 to 7, and then the silent auction and the live auction will kick up, and it runs from 7 to whenever we end. So usually it runs till about 9 o'clock.
So what will sort of be the format? Is this indoor, outdoor, a combination of both? Are you worried about weather, or how's that going to be? How's the setup going to go?
Well, you were talking about rain, Mark. You know, if it is spring fling day, that means it is going to rain. That's kind of been the thing the last couple of years. But there is a small chance of rain, but we're going to set that stuff up outside, and we're going to do the best we can. So the inflatables will be outside, the petting zoo will be outside, the smash car, the dunk booth, the foam party, all of that stuff will be outside. The live auction will be there, held in the cafeteria at Wilkie, and then the silent auction items will be scattered out in the cafeteria. There's a very good possibility that we have several princesses with us and ready to meet and greet. That will be inside as well. So it'll be a mix and match of inside and outside. We'll do the best we can with the weather, but we're gonna have it rain or shine.
You said something there kind of pinged my ear a little bit. I've not heard of this event before. A smash car. Well, how does that work?
Yeah, so I'll be honest with you. We got the idea from Caneyville last year. They had a car out there and just let people hit it with a sledgehammer. Wow. And so we're gonna kind of do the same. So if you want to come out and take out some frustration, maybe you didn't have the best day and you didn't get the lunch you wanted, then you can come out and take that frustration out on that smash car.
That was very kind of Hannah Anderson to donate her car in order to be smashed.
I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure she would be parked very far away.
I do hear that you're maybe looking for a few recruits for the dunking booth.
I do. I still need one recruit for the dunk booth. We've got some big names that are lined out for inside the dunk booth there, but I still need one or two names to volunteer to put it all on the line, so to speak, so the kids will have the opportunity to put them down. But we still got Officer Aller is going to be there. We've got a couple of the faculty and staff, Miss Miller, Mr. Bliss. There's a very good possibility you can see a big name like Adam Cox in there. So
wow.
We'll see what happens and how that turns out, but we're still looking for one more.
I just got a text from the judge's office. Kevin Henderson says he's willing to get in the dunking booth, so just touch base with him after a while, and I'm sure you all get those particulars worked out.
We'll see.
All right, let's run through it again. Spring Fling at Wilkie to help raise funds for the student body. It'll be Friday from 5 till about 9 or so. First couple of hours. Did you say your silent auction is 5 to 7?
Yes, sir. Kids will show up. You can show up anytime right there at 5 o'clock. Go to the front door, get your wristband. That wristband is $5. It will get you into all the inflatables. I think we have everything that Crazy Jumpers has to offer on rent. And so it'll get you all the inflatables, all the outside games. There are a few extra things that will cost a little extra money. If you do want to feed those animals at the petting zoo, or if you do want to take a chance and hit that smash car, or you want to go to the dunk booth, all those things will cost an extra $1 or $2, nothing huge. Same thing with face paint, as well as there is some hairspray opportunities, I think. So there's a few things that'll cost a little extra, but if you just want to get in and you want to partake in the games, bring the kids out. Doesn't matter if you're a Wilkie kid or not. This is a community event, and so great opportunity to get those kids involved and give them the opportunity to have a good evening for $5.
Sounds like you've pulled out all the stops for the Spring Fling. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great event, and we'll catch up with you soon, Adam.
We appreciate you so much. Thank you all.
That's Adam Taylor from the PTO organization at H.W. Wilkie Elementary School. Spring Fling coming up on Friday. Got to get to a break. We'll come back. Today's Did You Know's coming up here on In the Know. Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Thinking about furthering your education? At Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, you'll get a high-quality education close to home at a cost that won't break the bank. Enjoy small class sizes with professors who take a personal interest in your success. Scholarships are still available, making our low tuition even more affordable. ECTC's Litchfield campus is now registering for classes that begin June 1st. Call 270-259-1540 or visit elizabethtown.kctcs.edu to get started. ECTC, college for the real world.
Who did you let down today? Your wife? Your kids? Well, how about yourself? Take a look in the mirror. If you're tired of your drug and alcohol problem, you need to fix the problem, and right now, before you hurt or kill yourself, or worse yet, somebody else. Call the addiction specialist now at the Reset Addiction Treatment Helpline. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll find you the right treatment regardless of your financial situation. When you call right now, you'll speak to a recovering addict who understands what you're going through right now. Let us help you break your addiction to drug and alcohol before it's too late. This call is completely confidential and free. So take 5 minutes of your time and call us right now. We're here answering the phone. I promise it'll change your life.
Call 800-853-0975. That's 800-853-0975. 800-853-0975. Again, 800-853-0975.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
You know, I heard that some people think a staycation is adventurous.
Staycation? That's just a fancy word for staying home.
Exactly. Why not set sail with your global getaway?
You mean like a cruise?
Yes. With Royal Caribbean, you can have weddings, honeymoons, even vow renewals at sea.
And no seasickness from staying on the couch.
Your global getaway. Adventure awaits on every wave. Connect on socials at Your Global Getaway or yourglobalgetaway.com and start planning today.
K105, weather from the Wave Storm Tracking Team, is brought to you by Your Global Getaway. Start planning your adventure now at yourglobalgetaway.com.
We'll be sunny and warmer today with highs in the upper 70s for most of us as we deal with wind gusts between 20 and 30 miles per hour. For tomorrow, mix of sun and clouds, highs in the 70s and low 80s as we watch for some isolated rain chances, especially for those of you along and north of I-64. From the Wave News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
Now look at you walking in here looking all pretty and angry and mean and good. I know you didn't get your head down so you could just sit down and just sit still.
Hey, we trying to have a good time tonight. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. It's my birthday. No, it's not.
Did you know
But I still look good.
it takes a drop of water 90 days to travel the entire 2,340 miles of the Mississippi River?
I did not.
Say that again?
90 days for a drop of water to travel the entire Mississippi River, all 2,340 miles.
Interesting.
That's 90 days is a long time, without a doubt.
Yeah, you can get a fiance in that long, right?
You can. Nice, Sam. Nice.
You can get that.
That was just for her, considering that's not for us at all. At least everyone
Right?
assume.
Thank
Mark,
you.
You watch 90 Day Fiance.
I mean, I oversee it like walking
Yeah.
by. Or,
Well, that's more than I do.
Yeah, it's there's some very intriguing and exotic looking people.
I'll watch it for the geography.
show up on yes, learning our world geography. Have you all seen the have you seen these students out in Kansas that it's a town in Kansas like well, this is Topeka, and it's at Seaman Seaman High School. There are a couple of juniors there that were driving by, and much like you might have seen in Litchfield in the last couple of years, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile was making an appearance at a restaurant. And so they had the idea, they said, can we rent this thing? And one of the hot doggers, Maggie Dawson, was Maggie one of the people that you met, Sam?
I don't believe so. I think they only do like 1-year tours.
Yeah, they probably,
or
just
2
like
years, and I think
internship
that's
for the
been
summer,
2 years.
and then they move on.
I don't remember. I don't remember their names.
So these two guys, don't know if I have their names or not. Brecken Andrews and his friends decided that they would strike up a conversation with Maggie about the prom. And so Maggie checked the schedule, and the Wienermobile was available. And so the Wienermobile provided free transportation to their prom.
Oh,
Is it like kids rent limos to go to the prom? So this is just like a big, huge limo. So I thought it was pretty neat. So I didn't, Maggie must be a good hot dogger. We have always known that Prince passed away on our anniversary. We remember like waking to the news that Prince was gone. Well, to commemorate the anniversary of his death 10 years ago, the estate has released a previously unreleased 1991 single called "With This Tear." Now, there is an outside chance that you have heard this song before, but it would have been by Celine Dion because it was never released as Prince, but she had it on her album in 1992 on her album Celine Dion, her self-titled Celine Dion album. So the song might not be completely new, but hearing
one day
Prince's version of it is completely new.
And not be judged for the color of my skin, but the quality of my work. And hopefully that will continue.
There's something about this is very eerie. Like on the 10th anniversary of his passing, and hearing this song, hearing him speak, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of haunting. They will be celebrating in June. They will honor his legacy at an event. They'll have former band members Shaka Khan, Morris Day, Tevin Campbell, Bobby Z. That will happen at Paisley Park. So if you want to go up to Minneapolis and catch that, they'll be going on in the month of June. Christina Applegate has reassured fans that she's getting stronger and better every day following her recent hospitalization. The actress posted on Instagram thanking supporters for their outpouring of love and well wishes. She acknowledged that health issues are a constant for her, but she's strong. She is taking time to focus on the health, her health, but promised to return with more to say soon. She has been hospitalized since late March, and some outlets were indicating that maybe those that were close to her were preparing for the worst. She has been, she announced her MS diagnosis in August of 2021. She's been pretty candid with her health struggles through her memoir. And then she was on a podcast recently. I guess I had missed the information that Jamie Lynn Sigler has a podcast, but she also has MS. So the two of them have that in common. So hopefully Christina continues to recover. We shared with you yesterday that Madonna had showed up at Coachella to do a couple of songs with Sabrina Carpenter during her set. And come to find out, while she was at Coachella, some of her vintage clothing pieces that she wore, her jacket, her corset, her dress, have vanished, as well as some other pieces from the same era. So she wrote that these aren't just clothes, they are part of my history. Maybe she showed up late for her appearance, and so somebody stole her clothes as a result. So.
Will you ever forgive her?
I don't don't know. I don't know.
What'd she need to do? What did she need to do to get you to forgive her?
Well, she could invite me back to a show that she would show up on time for.
Would you go, though?
That she would play a song in the first 15 minutes that I had ever heard before.
I mean, if Madonna called you right now and said, hey, I'm coming to Louisville, here's 2 tickets for you. I can't do the 15 minutes thing, but would you go if Madonna gave you free tickets?
Free tickets with no assurances?
No assurances. No. Your tickets are your assurance.
No, I would not go without assurances that she would, 1, play something that she's known for, and 2, show up on time. It's just rude to be late. I mean, people pay.
Let's say that she'll be there on time.
Maybe. I would consider it. Well, is that fair enough?
I guess so.
I'll take it under advisement. The Practical Magic 2 trailer is out, reuniting Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. 28 years after the original film, Practical Magic 2 is here. The two are reprising their roles as Sally and, is it Jillian?
Yeah.
The other character, in the new film, which will be in theaters in September, because they want to have a good runway in order to get to the Halloween season. And so the film will hit theaters on September 11th, which is, I mean, people do things on that day now, but, for many of us, that day is kind of a off-limits type of day.
My one of my best friend's wife, that's her birthday.
Darren Steenbergen's birthday is September 11th. And, whenever I see that, I was like, well, I know what happened to you on your birthday one year. Your birthday was certainly completely different. People Magazine is out with their most beautiful person in the world for 2026. And it is Anne Hathaway. It's funny. You cut right to her camera when I
Yes, that's like the timing there, Sam.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Thank you. Anne Hathaway,
so,
interesting.
We've connected things differently, so it's in a different order, and my muscle memory is off, and it's throwing me off today.
Well, what's kind of surprised me, I wasn't surprised about Anne Hathaway, but I am surprised. She has 5 films coming out this year alone.
Really?
Now, we all know The Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out, but she got 4 other movies that are coming out this year, which means she must have been very busy last year because they had it's when they would do the principal photography on those. And then do you all know Billy Strings, the artist Billy Strings?
I know who he is. So. Yeah, I've heard of him.
Seen him a few times. He's not like a mainstream pop person, but he's like eclectic, and he's a really good artist. But he had a show on Saturday in Charlottesville. I suppose that's Charlottesville, Virginia, that was cut short after an unfortunate event. So he did his main set, and the artist, then they say, "Good night, Charlottesville." And then they go backstage and they get a drink of water, they towel off, or they do, whatever, waiting for the crowd to chant, and they give the band a little break. And then, like the lights hit and the music fires back up and the crowd goes wild like, ooh, encore, a complete surprise. No one ever does an encore. Well, between the green room and coming back to the stage, he was riding his own skateboard. And on his way back to the stage for the encore, he wrecked his skateboard and broke his leg and couldn't go back and do the encore.
Skateboards are dangerous.
Yes, they are. So I just thought, how sad, because they had already started the encore. Like, the music was going, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, sorry, we got to quit now. Billy broke his leg. Got to get to a break. MB's Point to Ponder, Pearl of Wisdom, Chart Toppers, and more coming up here on In the Know.
It was Samuel Butler, a 17th century poet, who first said, "A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still." What Butler understood about human nature was that people don't want opinions forced upon them. Lasting change comes through persuasion, not power. At a Michigan political rally in 1996, an 18-year-old black girl named Keisha Thomas employed that same logic to diffuse an angry mob. She was behind a row of police barricades when a white man with a Nazi tattoo and a Confederate flag t-shirt showed up. The crowd quickly surrounded him, shouted, "Kill the Nazi," then kicked and beat him to the ground. Though Keisha disagreed with everything the man represented, she threw her body over his and screamed at the crowd to stop their attack. She later explained her motivation for intervening by saying, "You can't beat goodness into a person." Years later, Keisha was approached by someone who identified himself as the man's son. He thanked her for showing his dad goodwill and said it was her kindness that broke the cycle of hatred in his family. American democracy is a battle for ideas. We are free to defend what we believe, so long as we do it with civility and respect. Voice, not violence, is what changes hearts and minds. As author H.G. Wells once said, the first man to raise a fist is the man who's run out of ideas. For Focus on the Family, I'm Jim Daly.
The following is a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
I had a lot of credit card debt and it stressed me out. But what I thought was a solution turned out to be a problem. I kept hearing ads about debt settlement that seemed too good to be true. And actually, it was. When I called, they told me to stop paying my bills. That didn't sound right to me at all, so I hung up. Later, I found out that debt settlement is bad, real bad. Then I learned that there is a right way to pay off your credit cards. It's called a debt management program from the great team at Trinity. Trinity had a plan. In the end, I paid off my bills, I saved thousands, and I even improved my credit score.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-936-5348.
My name is Heather. Please forget debt settlement and remember Trinity Debt Management.
1-800-936-5348.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NY.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months, and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. We're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
MB's Point to Ponder for today. What hugely hyped piece of tech turned out to be useless? What hugely hyped piece of tech turned out to be useless? What about those NFTs? The non-fungible token things that were supposed to be the new baseball cards? I think that was probably a racket.
What about like Google Glass? Remember the smart glasses?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're just not there yet.
I thought of those and I thought they were just ahead of their time.
Yeah, not there yet.
Heads-up displays in military service, that's been around for a long time, so that they don't have to look down or around. You know, wherever they're looking, they've got that heads-up display, and so that can be practical in the real world when they just find a way to make it seamlessly work. But that will come back at some point in time. But I'm not so sure. Remember when Mark Zuckerberg rolled out this big announcement that he was changing the name of Facebook to Meta, and they were creating this metaverse where you create your own persona and then you meet one another in the metaverse. So you don't, not physically in the same space, but you interact as if you're in the same space. I don't know if that's ever going to be a thing.
I'd say it's almost more of a thing than X. I don't know I mean, I don't call it X.
Yeah, that's true. I don't call it X either.
It's Twitter.
The closest I'll get is the platform formerly known as Twitter, but that's just an homage to Prince when I do that. So I don't know. I was thinking about some of these other things, like the BlackBerry wouldn't count because BlackBerry was actually a significant piece of tech for a long time, just until the iPhone came along and just kind of blasted it back to the Stone Ages. Ooh, Nook. Remember when everybody had a Nook?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kindles are still a thing, though. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's right. I saw on a list on a forum, someone said fidget spinners.
Is that technology?
Yeah, I don't think I find it as technology. Quickly before we go, I found a list of the travel season is coming up for many of us. Here are 11 things. I don't know if we'll get to all 11, but here are 11 things that gate agents, people who work as gate agents at the airport, say they never do when they fly. When they're passengers, they never do this because they know the perspective of being a gate agent, and that is standing in the boarding area before your group is called. They have a term for this. It's called gate lice.
Oh.
People that are just hanging around, just there, just occupying space, being annoying. In fact, it clogs the process a lot of time. So just don't do it.
Don't be a gate louse.
Don't be a gate louse. Asking for a last-minute seat change during boarding.
Yeah, timing's not good there.
They've got other things they're doing. By the time that the boarding has started, their focus has shifted completely different. And not to mention, your complete relationship with the airline now can pretty much be done in the app. You can change seats in the app in most of the carrier's apps. If there's a seat available to switch to, you can do that yourself without bothering a human. Trying to board with more than 2 items. Does a wedding dress count?
I don't know. They were so good to me about my wedding dress.
I think there are some exceptions to that, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting to get your boarding documents ready. The people who get up there and they can't find their boarding pass, or they've got their phone on lock, or they can't, wherever it is. Arguing about overhead bin space. There's no sense in arguing about it. It just is what it is. Trying to switch seats without checking first. I often wonder about, they have a manifest, and even Southwest now with assigned seating. They like to know, they sometimes need to know where people are on the aircraft for security reasons. If they have a problem, they need, they know that someone who is a physician might be in this row. So if you go moving around, then it makes it harder for them to perhaps take care of those things. Putting a personal item in the overhead bin. It depends upon what the personal item is. If you got a big backpack, I'm putting it in the overhead bin. And then approaching the gate agent during boarding for any non-emergency reason.
Yeah.
Just wait. Everybody's boarding.
Yeah.
Don't be that person. On TV tonight, NCIS Origins, and NCIS Sydney. It's NCIS night. Bear Grylls is Running Wild series premiere on Fox. And then the season 15 finale on the Discovery Channel of Moonshiners. That's what's on your television schedule for tonight. Today's highlight in history. I mean, I think there's a bigger highlight than this, but Prince died this date in 2016. So that's the Associated Press's highlight in history. In 1836, an army of Texans led by Sam Houston defeated the Mexican army. Mark Twain died this date in 1910. The Red Baron was killed at age 25 in 1918, the German Air Force pilot. And then Rosie Ruiz was the first woman to finish at the Boston Marathon, this date in 1980, but later found out she cheated. She just entered the course about a mile from the finish line and went and finished and acted as if she was the winner.
Oh.
A Canadian, Jacqueline Garreau, was named the actual winner later. And then Pope Francis died a year ago today. So Prince and Pope Francis, both passing
Wow.
on our anniversary. Birthdays today: Iggy Pop is 79, Patti LuPone is 77, Tony Danza is 75. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. Andy McDowell is 68 today. Louisville's own Rob Riggle is 56 today. And Tony
the
Romo
face, right?
is 46. What? Yeah, in the face. In the face.
I watched that, came across my reels on Facebook, that scene from, I think actually it was an interview with, Rich Eisen was interviewing Zach Galifianakis about that scene. And apparently I think they had said that the producers were wanting to use actual tasers. And I think they were like, well, do we need to? We are actors.
By the way, I did get a question for those answering. So you heard this coming out of the break? So Ella Langley showed up at Tuscaloosa on Saturday to join Morgan Wallen on stage, and they, for the first time ever, played this song publicly. It will drop on Friday. It's a collaboration between the two of them called I Can't Love You Anymore. And in the Choosing Texas video, there is an Easter egg. In the van that she gets into when she's leaving to head back to Tennessee, the van has a Tennessee license plate on it, so that's a tip. And then it says ICLYA, and everyone wondered what that meant. It means I Can't Love You Anymore, and it's her new single with Morgan Wallen, which happens to be Sam's favorite.
Yeah, I totally missed that one.
Gone but not forgotten. Friedrich Friebel, the inventor of kindergarten, was born in 1782. Charlotte Bronte, author of Jane Eyre, was born 1816. John Muir in 1938. And QE2 was born this date in 1926. Queen Elizabeth II was born on April 21st.
What's Alea's birthday? Did she get something for her birthday?
Yes,
She
she
will.
did. Yeah, she will. And I think she's also getting steak.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
She's a big steak fan these days. So,
So I laughed earlier about an artist that couldn't make it back out on stage because of their accident that they had. So
Yes.
I do know that is a gift.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw both of your all's faces light up. Yeah, not from us, but yeah. So she's not listening, but